Hey, it's Karri Flatla here for this week's Friday Fire at Karri Flatla & Associates and Remax Real Estate Lethbridge. So every 6 months or so, maybe I should be doing it more often, I have to give my pre-approval lecture, but I want to take it one step further this time and talk about concrete actions that you and your realtor can take to prevent being a casualty, a serious casualty of what's happening in mortgage financing right now in real estate. So it is no secret that the Canadian real estate market is absolutely on fire. And for once, Lethbridge is a part of that feverish activity. Usually we get left out of those big real estate highs. You know, the last time we had a buoyant market like this was well over a decade ago now. So there's some factors at play that are frankly creating a little bit of bad behavior out in the real estate space. And here's what I'm talking about. Interest rates are incredibly historically low right now. No secret, no mystery. And there is limited supply of homes to purchase versus how many Canadians are in the mood to buy a home. I think it was Tristan Hopper in the National Post, who I cited a couple of episodes ago, said that Canadians are sitting on something like $90 billion in cash right now. So you have to think of it this way, it's literally burning a hole in people's pockets. After a year of COVID, there's less places to spend our money. People are just ripe to go buy another house, and so everyone's in the mood. It's spring, the weather's great, it's great. But it makes people act a little bit crazy. And unfortunately, I just can't even get my head around this number because it just keeps getting worse and worse. By our numbers and our research, we estimate the collapse rate in the Lethbridge marketplace on real estate deals to be about 25%. Not 5%, 25%. And most of those deals are falling apart over, you guessed it, mortgage financing. This is 95% preventable. And yet, as the lead listing agent on my team, I see why there are problems, because we receive offers where the buyer and the realtor cannot answer questions about the buyer's financing. Now, interesting times, because we're getting multiple offers on lots of properties, and guess what a deciding factor often is in choosing offers? It's not always the price. Often people will all come in within $5,000 of each other. Buyers are smart. They know the value of a property. But when I ask questions about financing, if I have two offers in front of me that are very similar, and one realtor is able to say, my buyer is working with this mortgage broker, they are pre-approved, they're ready to go, they're 20% down, all these kinds of things within the purview of protecting client confidentiality, but we're talking about ability to pay and close on a home. And then the next realtor I talk to says, well, I think they're good to go. I know them really well, they're good. That tells me nothing. So there are a lot of people out there scribbling out offers, whether it's the buyer, the realtor, whatever. What do you know about your buyer's ability to finance and close on a home? And have you had the conversation before you wrote the offer, before you even went looking for a home, about being pre-approved and being ready to go? Don't buy a pickup truck a week before closing. Have money available for deposit because the seller's brokerage is going to cash the deposit. Like all of these things. And then here's the next thing that I'm seeing. Accepted offer. Contract is signed, sealed, delivered by both parties. paperwork sits somewhere for a week and the bank or the mortgage broker never gets the file. Or it gets sent off into the ether and nobody follows up to see if the lender has the file. So we say to our buyer, if you're working with this bank, here's the file. Please get it over to your lender at the bank today or on the next business day, and then follow up and double check. Do you have the file? Like, these are administrative things that are actually crashing deals because you only have about 2 to 3 weeks, 3 is long, 2 to 3 weeks to meet your financing condition. And in a hot market, a seller doesn't feel terribly gracious or generous to give you an extension on financing when 5 other realtors are lined up to buy their home and maybe even compete again to buy the home. So these are all preventable. When we meet with a buyer for the first time, we insist on sitting down with you and having a consultation, not to tell you about how great we are, but to help you meet your own goals and needs for a house. And the biggest piece of that is not necessarily whether or not you get granite counters, it's how are we gonna get this thing financed? Who are you gonna work with? Where are you at in that process? So when we go to market and find you your dream home, we can compete with confidence and win you the home that you want, and you can actually close on it. So I know I talk about this every year over and over again, but it keeps happening. The collapse rate is insane. That is a lot of broken hearts. 25%. Some of it's over inspection, yes, but a lot of it's over financing. So we all have the ability and the right to understand our financing and our budget to buy a house. If you have any questions about how the process works, of course, make sure you consult with a qualified mortgage broker or with your lender. We are not mortgage brokers, but we certainly want to make sure you get the home of your dreams. So call or text 382-7335, or you can visit us at karriflatla.com. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend, enjoy the sunshine, and we will see you for next Friday Fire. Take care. Bye-bye.